Welcome to TNT Sports Internet Broadcasting here live from Keith Schrock Stadium. I'm Mike Tackett, joined by Chase Tackett to bring you the Smithville Smithies versus the Northwestern Huskies tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably gonna be a massacre for the Huskies.
Well, yeah, the Huskies have kind of fallen on hard times this, well, not necessarily this year, for the past few years. One time, under Mike Toot, former alumni here at Smithville, he put together some pretty good programs for Northwestern. But yeah, they've kind of fallen on hard times. They've only scored 34 points the whole year.
Yeah, and they've had 3 games they didn't score anything.
Yeah, they've been shut out quite a bit as well. So yeah, I mean, it's been a rough season for him. I don't see it getting any easier for him tonight, going up against a pretty tough Smithville team that's coming off a pretty big loss to Hillsdale Falcons last week.
Yeah, that was kind of a devastating loss.
Yeah, it really was. They, you had 2 undefeated teams going in, and I know they were hoping to show a little better, but Hillsdale's a good team, but so is Smithville. I mean, Smithville's still a good football team. I still think we're top 3, and and like I said, this should be one of these games they can maybe take out some frustrations of last week's loss out on the Northwestern Huskies.
Yeah, they're definitely going to get that opportunity tonight because Doughton, I think, beat them 35 to nothing.
Yeah, I think they won 35 to nothing. So yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see. Hopefully, Smithville doesn't come in overconfident, or sometimes, like we've seen with other teams, even in college. Like sometimes I think the Buckeyes play down to their opponents.
Yeah.
So I hope Smithville doesn't do that. I mean, this should be a very winnable game. We should be the kind of game where we pad our stats and we play with confidence, and really we should blow the team out. We really should. But you never know what happens. That's why you play football. I mean, the Northwestern Huskies could, maybe we could overlook them. Northwestern come in pretty hyped up, may end up with a better game of what we think. But for Smithville's sake, I hope that, and for their confidence level, especially after losing, I hope they just take out some frustrations tonight, and we get a running clock in the second half.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. We haven't had one of those in a while, actually.
Yeah. Well, they may get an opportunity tonight. Again, Smithville, I mean, they've looked good all year. Last week was a little rough against Hillsdale, but again, Hillsdale's probably the best team in the league. But we moved the football on them. We just kind of self-destructed sometimes down in the end zone or the red zone with penalties.
Sometimes we self-destructed pretty bad.
Yeah, and turnovers, and things like that. But I think we have. We'll have a good opportunity tonight to, like I said, to redeem ourselves and
this will get us right back on track.
Yeah, and get us back on track here with the, heading into the Norwayne game, which that'll be our next big challenge. Well, we do have Rittman too. I do think that could be an interesting game.
I think it will be, just because when they played Norwayne, they hung with Norwayne. I think they even led at one point during that game.
Yeah, I know it was 13-13 in the fourth quarter, and then Norwayne kind of was able to stretch it out a little bit and win 26-13. Yeah, I don't think Rittman's going to be a walkover, and plus we're going to be playing in Rittman, and there's been a lot of times that I remember, especially in this broadcasting business, is us going in the Rittman by far being the better team, and either getting out of there with a lucky win, or we've even been beaten there before by the Indians.
I always compared them to the Cleveland Browns. They come out, they put it on you for the first half, and then they fall apart in the second. That's what always happens.
Yeah, Rittman, they've always been kind of hyped a little bit through the non-conference games for sure. And then they fall apart. But this year, they've looked pretty good this year. This may be one of their better teams they've ever had in a while.
And what sucks with them though, they're fighting for playoffs because the way it all changed. I think it's a 12 bracket or whatever.
Well, I think we were 16. Didn't we go back down to 8?
Oh, but yeah, I know it's back.
Yeah, I think it's a top 8.
I know it's back to 6 and 4. that ain't going to get you in. You got to be in the even 7-3. You have a high chance of 7-3, but 6-4, and I don't know. They're probably going to end 6-4.
Well, yeah, because they're going to have to beat, and I haven't looked at their record, but for Rittman, they're going to have to beat either us, Dalton, Norwayne, or Hillsdale. If they lose all 4 of those games, there's going to be no playoffs for them.
Yep.
So and we'll see. I don't know who all they've played, but that'll be our game next week, which I think should be way more entertaining and a lot closer than what we're going to see tonight.
But like, we can't fall apart now. Like, no. We only got one team left week because if we fall to 6-4, we ain't going to the playoffs.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. This is one game where I think we need to look good in this game.
Yeah.
We lost to Hillsdale. If we struggle in this game, even if we win and we don't look good, I think that's going to kind of demoralize the team. And then you're going in against a pretty good Rittman Indians team next week. So,
like, if we want to take our foot off the gas and not to sound kind of like a terrible person, it's going to be with Chippewa. That'll be the game if we want to take our foot off the gas, because they went, 4 games in a row and sadly didn't even score.
Yeah. So, then I think that's our last game of the year, so we should be able to like you said, maybe take our foot off the gas a little bit with
especially with leading in the playoffs
game.
too, if that is the last game, leading in the playoffs.
Yeah, so but like tonight though, I hope we can get back on track. I hope we can look good doing it. Again, we don't want to, like Tuslaw, we beat them 3-0. I don't want to beat this team 3-0. We need to beat them 42-0.
Yeah, and I would like us to have a huge lead going into halftime, and then maybe come out, maybe like put one more on them, and then just get our starters out, and then just put the backup guys in and let them get some play time.
Yeah, that would be a perfect scenario for Smithville.
Because I know Haynes with his ankle, I know he's having bad ankle issues again. But still playing, that guy, I think he feeds off of pain.
Yeah, he seems like he's always a little banged up, but he's tough as nails, that's for sure. And, I am all for resting some of our starters, especially as we're getting deeper into the season and the playoffs are starting to loom. And it looks like there's going to be a really good chance we're going to be involved. So with that being said, we definitely want to take an opportunity to rest our guys if necessary. And this could be one of the games that, that we could maybe get some rest for some of the starters and, give them a little bit of extra heel time, if you will.
The next 2 weeks could be very brutal.
Yeah, because we got Rittman and Norwayne back to back. Those are going to be 2 games, and we cannot do any worse than 1-1 out of those. And honestly, we really need 2-0.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're getting ready for the kickoff. The ball is being placed on the 40. Northwestern Huskies are coming out onto the field now. Smithville's already lined up and ready to go.
Number 11, Luke Snyder, teeing it up for the Smiths. Back kicker receive for the Huskies, Riley Ramsar.
All right, and Luke Snyder has the kick. It is up. A little shorter of a kick, about to the 15-yard line. Northwestern Huskies return it down to the right side of the field, and pretty good gain there. Looks like they're all the way up to about the 36-yard line. We'll see where they place the ball. Smithy's defense comes out to the field, and we're going to get a first look at the Northwestern offense. Like I said, has really struggled this year with only 34 total points for the whole season.
They have 2 players with Guardian caps on.
Oh, wow.
Don't see that too often.
No logo on the side, though, right?
No. Yeah, it ain't like the NFL.
Yeah. All right. Well, boy, 5 wide receiver set, 4 to the left and 1 to the right. Single or out of the shotgun. Hands the ball off to number 1. Oh, he's just ate up.
That Will Blankenship, and I didn't see the other person on tackle.
That was Riley Ramsire on the carry there for the Huskies. And he loses yards, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The ball will be placed on the 37-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 37.
That looked like slow motion, honestly. They're gonna have to go faster if they want to beat us.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of team speed they have, but we'll find out here shortly. All right, running the spread offense again with 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Drops back, a little bit of pressure, and he's sacked by Wodarski, gets the sack there. That was their quarterback is Gudetti, I guess how you pronounce that, Leonardo Gudetti. So he takes a sack, so again, another big loss.
Is he part of the mob?
Yeah, it does kind of have a cool name, doesn't it? It's like the Sopranos or something. All right, well here, let's see here. They haven't given us a thing. I'm going to say about 3rd and 16, so they've lost, or 3rd and 17, so they've lost 7 yards on 2 plays.
No, they better hurry up.
Back out in the spread offense. Quarterback out of shotgun. Gudetti's looking down the field, rolling to the right, throws it up and out of bounds, incomplete. So that will be 3 and out for the Northwestern Huskies as they manage to rack up -7 yards on the first series for them. So it looks like here number 13 is Keegan.
Oh, yeah, we're just going to go with Keegan.
Kostofdros, I don't know.
I think you just butchered that.
Yeah, probably. We're gonna call him Keegan. All right, so Keegan's going to have the kick. And he waits a snap, and there's the punt. Isaiah Lee takes it on about the 23, gets to the outside. He's to the 30, 35, 40.
Oh, man.
50, and down to about the 47-yard line of the Northwestern Huskies.
Really good return.
Yeah, very nice return.
Man, if there was a game that we've had so far this year, this might be the one where he gets a punt return for a touchdown.
It could be. As we were talking about team speed, I'm going to be honest, like Northwestern just don't look like they're very fast, do they?
No, and they got to, I tell you right now, because I know how Haynes is, they need to get that punt off quicker because that man, he is probably one of the fastest people to get back there on a punt or a kick, or even on a kick.
Well, there was a penalty, it looks like. I'm not too sure what it was. I didn't see the call, but the ball has been moved back all the way to the Smithville's 36-yard line, so it was a holding penalty. So they will set up shop there. 2 wide receiver sets, 1 on each side out of the shotgun, I'm sorry. Haynes in the backfield. Haynes takes the snap, pushes through, and some poor tackling, and off to the races he goes, to the 50, to the 40, 30, 20. And he must have stepped out of bounds. It looks like he stepped out of bounds on the 31-yard line. Yeah, he was gone.
And almost went to the house.
So it'll be the 36-yard line. I'm sorry, he stepped out of bounds. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Smithville Smithies. 9:56 left in the first quarter. 0-0, but the Smithville Smithies are driving. All right, we have 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Seidel out of the shotgun, hands the ball off to Haynes again. Patient running, following his blockers all the way down to about the 31-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 5. Should bring up 2nd and 5 for the Smithies from the 31.
Yeah, I think he was brought down by Jacob Ebert.
All right, Smithies back up to the line of scrimmage. We have 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Spread formation for the Smithies. Throws a nice quick pass up to Wardarski, completed. Down to the 25-yard line would be another first down for the Smithies.
Yeah, we're just moving. Yeah, to me they just seem really slow.
Well, I kind of noticed that. It just seems like there's not a lot of team speed. Like we are a much faster team than what Northwestern has shown so far, for sure. All right, back out of the shotgun again. Haynes in the backfield. Seidel hands the ball off to Haynes. He hits the whole herder this time, and boy, gets about an 8 or 9 yard gain on that. So we'll see here. Yeah, it's going to be a 9-yard gain, so that'll bring up 2nd and 1, and he really hit the whole hard on that.
Oh, yeah, huge hole.
His first 2 runs, he was very patient, just kind of following his blockers. And
our line, we're looking good tonight.
Yeah, and we expected to, I mean, we should look good.
Yeah.
I mean, so, I mean, this is one team that we should be a lot better than. All right, back out of the shotgun again. Seidel takes a snap, hands the ball off to Beekler this time. And he should get,
Yeah, he got it.
He got a first down, a couple yard gain there for Beekler.